Now on CoastTV News.
The future of beach nourishment projects. Why local businesses rely on the projects to survive.
Pet policy problem. The Lewis Farmers Market's prospective pet ban ignites debate. How this could reshape the market experience. Fenwick's dredging update. The latest on Fenwick Island's long-awaited dredging project. The expected next steps and challenges.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
By 2025, money for beach nourishment could run out. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with funding that's dwindling for beach nourishment.
Beach replenishment restores eroded sands and protects our coast. DENREC says due to rising costs and demands for the projects, funds could run out in just a year. Live in Rehoboth Beach is CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber. Elisa, right now, DENREC uses 1/8 of the 8% state hotel tax for the project.
Maddie, DENREC says that accommodation tax simply isn't enough as storms become more frequent and stronger. Businesses I spoke with today worry what would happen if funding for beach nourishment runs out.
Sherry Dorfman lives and works in Bethany Beach. The beach is key for her livelihood.
They walk in bathing suits, sometimes covered in sand. Yes, during the day. In the evening, they go out to dinner or they're strolling the boardwalk and they stop in. Yes, it's the beach is the pull.
But the beach could get smaller as future replenishment projects are in jeopardy. DENREC says its budget for beach nourishment along the coast, like Slaughter Beach here, is strained. And unless more money is allocated from somewhere else, DENREC will run out of funding for the projects by 2025.
This view right here is one of the main reasons people visit beach towns like Bethany Beach. Local businesses say that if beach nourishment projects cannot continue, the local economy will take a hit.
If there's no beach, there won't be any tourists. If there's no tourists, there's no business.
Jackie Burns, who owns a store in downtown Bethany Beach, has seen the erosion over the years and hopes something changes.
It's definitely not what it was when we were kids. There was a lot more of a beach and there was an area under the boardwalk, and we've just had so many storms since then that have changed our beach. We still have an amazing little town, but we definitely need to have a beach for people to come to.
DENREC says it has commissioned a study to find more nourishment funding, as well as pursue grant opportunities.
The Association of Coastal Towns and the Bay Beach Alliance were asked to take part in DENREC's funding. In Rehoboth Beach, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Elisa. So who exactly pays for beach nourishment? Elisa mentioned that state accommodations tax. That's a tax put on all hotel, motel, and Airbnb stays in Delaware. DENREC receives 1/8 of that, but it's specifically allocated for shoreline and waterway management. Some nourishment projects receive federal funding. In some coastal town, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and DENREC share the cost of beach nourishment.
Also new today, a key tax bill in Delaware faced a setback. The bill proposed by House Minority Leader Michael Ramone was designed to reduce income taxes for all Delawareans. It would have changed tax rates and increased the amount of income that is not taxed. However, the bill didn't get enough support in a committee led by the Democrats and will not move forward.
A new bill would set up a special group focused on artificial intelligence, also known as AI in Delaware. This group will help decide how AI should be used safely and effectively in Delaware's government. The bill is now waiting for more discussion in a special committee.
Delaware's Republicans in the House and Senate are now pushing for new rules to make government work more transparent. They want a special crossover day to stop the last-minute rushing of laws, and they're trying to make sure that government officials aren't getting paid twice for the same hours, which they call double dipping. They also want stronger rules to make sure all new laws get a fair look and public input.
Here's something new you might want to know. A move in the Delaware General Assembly looks to make legal the composting of human bodies in Delaware. That's as an alternative to burial or cremation. The process involves reducing the corpse into a soil-like material. It's now in the state Senate for review. The green burial process, as it's called elsewhere, it was approved by the House on Tuesday by a 37-2 vote.
Tomorrow, Governor John Carney will share his plans for Delaware's money in 2025. The big budget announcement, that's at 1 p.m. in Dover at Delaware Public Archives. The governor, Carney, along with top budget experts, will outline how the state plans to spend its funds next year. You can watch the presentation live online.
We're taking a live look now into Ocean City. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at our forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Maddie. And we're going to stay cloudy for the rest of the night, but we are watching out for the possibility of a few sprinkles, but believe it or not, some dense fog, a likely situation we'll have to deal with for tomorrow morning. Right now, courtesy of our Orsted camera, we're at 49 degrees at this present time, and we anticipate going from the 40s to about 50 degrees by 8 o'clock, partly to mostly cloudy skies, and then 52 degrees by 9 going into the 10 o'clock hour. Take a look at some of the unusually high temperatures we experienced for today. We warmed all the way up to 65 degrees in Salisbury, 62 in Georgetown, and 57 actually in Ocean City. The normal high, about 45 degrees. And by the way, we have a new feature for you. In case you wanted to call and get your information via the telephone, we have an active forecast line available for you. CoastTV First Alert Weather. Simply call 443-880-9100. Your forecast, just a call away.
Thank you, Paul. For more weather updates, be sure to pull out your phones, scan the QR code for our First Alert Weather app. You can download the app for free to get all the weather updates you need.
On the coast today, Delaware State Police were in Lewis for a crash that happened on Janus Road and Route 1. You can see here on your screen that a car is rolled over on its side on the street. I was actually there right after this happened. At least one person was on a gurney being loaded into an ambulance at the time. Traffic was completely backed up, emergency crews tending to the scene. A witness there said that he saw a car pull in front of another car on Coastal Highway, causing the crash. Police say they still are investigating the accident.
Big changes are coming to Dewey Beach. Town manager Bill Zolper says they're going to fix streets to help stop flooding. Starting next month, the town will be working on underground pipes on Dickinson Avenue and Collins Avenues to keep the water from flooding the streets. From mid-March, Dewey will be repaving the roads, beginning with Collins Avenue all the way to Cullen Street. The plan is to finish before May starts. Dewey is also looking to pave parts of Jersey, Carolina, and Chesapeake streets. After all this, Zolper says they'll make sure every house has its driveway clearly marked.
DNREC is set to hold a virtual public hearing on January 30th to discuss proposed changes to the striped bass commercial fishing regulations. These amendments aim to adjust the spring anchor gill net season, and that would align it more closely with the availability and market demand for the striped bass. The public is encouraged to view the proposed amendments online and participate in the hearing. Comments are open until February 14th.
The Delaware Transit Corporation is hosting a series of public workshops to discuss changes to DART bus services statewide. Those take place May 19th, and the first workshop is January 31st at Georgetown's Public Library from noon to 2. There are plans to change some bus routes and schedules to make your trips faster and more reliable. In Sussex County, times are changing on routes 201, 215, and 212. That's for better connections. The 203 Orange Line will stop running because they say not enough people use it. But don't worry, routes 204 and 208 will cover that area instead. Also, the 204 Yellow Line will have more buses to the beach during summer. Remember, these are just plans for now. DART wants to hear what you think by February 9th.
The Delaware State Housing Authority has released its 2023 annual report for the Downtown Development District's rebate program. The report shows a year of significant progress. It highlights 63 completed projects, including the rehabilitation of vacant buildings and the renovation of historic properties. With a total of $10.9 million in state funds and $170 million in private investment, this effort has added over 500 new homes to Delaware's housing market.
In a major infrastructure news, the Delaware River and Bay Authority has approved $132 million to improve transportation in Delaware and New Jersey. The The capital improvement program will upgrade bridges, ferries, and airports. Locally, new ferries will be built and upgrades will take place at the Cape May Lewis Ferry. Happening now, work to improve flood-prone areas in one Sussex County coastal town will temporarily close one road. Our Coast Copter caught road signs over West Maryland Avenue between Route 1 and Island Street, that's there in Fenwick. DelDOT says work is being done to install new drainage to help with flooding. The project is scheduled to be done on February 8th.
The historic Lewis Farmers Market is asking City Council tomorrow for the ability to officially be able to ban dogs from the gathering. According to locals, last year the market at George H.P. Smith Park in Lewis started turning away visitors with dogs. We did reach out to the farmers market to ask why they wanted to impose this change, and they responded with no comment. Some pet owners are saddened to hear that the market could put restrictions like this on the public area.
The dog is, well behaved to go out to the farmers market. There's something there for him as well as for the people that go with him.
Whether or not the pups will be, oh, look at the pup there, will be able to go into the Lewis Farmers Market will be up for discussion and potentially a vote tomorrow at 10 a.m. at Lewis City Hall. And this brings us to our Coast TV poll, because what we want to know tonight is, should pets be allowed at the market? Let's take a look at the updated results from earlier this evening.
Take a look at your screen. Still, majority are now saying no, but that depends on the pet has gone way down. It's more yes or no. People pretty strong feelings about that.
Mixed. It's certainly something that draws a lot of opinions. If you haven't voted, if you want to get your opinion in here, go to coasttvnews.com or use our Coast TV mobile app, and we're going to share those new results tonight at 11.
We're thrilled to announce Coast TV has a brand new Facebook page. For the latest news, exclusive content, and interactive discussions, please visit and follow our new page. Just head over to facebook.com/CoastTVNBC or scan the QR code there to stay connected with us. We are just getting started this evening.
Are you ready to take the plunge for a great cause? We'll dive into the details of this year's Polar Plunge at Rehoboth Beach.
And brace for a wet weekend. The chances of a soggy situation continues to soar.
But first, good news for Fenwick Island boaters, when to expect a major change in the bay. We'll be back in just 60 seconds.
Right now at Ashley, get 0% interest for 60 months on select best-selling mattresses. And visit your local Ashley store to experience our test rest and learn about savings options throughout the store with qualifying mattress purchases. Visit your local Ashley store or ashley.com today.
In 2 days, they did this work, which was fantastic. Put in a brand new grab bars, a docking station, and a bench to my height. I think Coastal Bath is an oh my gosh and a wow. They do an awesome job.
It's our annual New Year savings. Take $2,024 off your new bathroom project and no payments and no interest until 2025. Local and family owned. Call Coastal Bath today.
Right now at Ashley, get 0% interest for 60 months on select best-selling mattresses. And visit your local Ashley store to experience our test rest and learn about savings options throughout the store with qualifying mattress purchases. Visit your local Ashley store or ashley.com today.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
The Little Assawoman Bay looks peaceful underneath the water, but that's also where there's too much sand.
However, there is good news coming to the surface. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us what long-awaited project is finally happening.
Locals like Richard Robinson that live by the Little Assawoman Bay have had to deal with shallow waters for a long time.
We used to have plentiful fish here. We don't anymore.
But that could change, and soon. It was announced today that the long-awaited dredging, which helps deepen the bay, is ready to go.
We received the state of Delaware permits from DENREC in early December, and then the Army Corps we just received last week, so on Friday. And so we are fully permitted and we've been approved to proceed forward.
The news was a relief, as last month it was feared that permit issues would delay the project.
There's no doubt in my mind that the dredging should be done to improve the quality of the Little Assawoman Bay environment and the quality of life in Fenwick Islands.
The dredging committee is now in the process of picking which company would fit best for the dredging in Fenwick.
The plan is for the dredging to begin September 3rd and for it to be finished December 31st latest. I'm Kevin Zapay in Fenwick Island, Coast TV News.
Temperatures could break records before the week is done. Can you imagine a warm surge setting us up for 70-degree weather?
I had stage 4 breast cancer, and my child had to be born, that they were going to take her by emergency C-section. They did not know if she was going to make it. I was like, this is not my story. This is not my daughter's story. This is not how this is going to go. And the doctor looked at me and was like, we're going to make this okay. The people of Bay Health had a commitment to me and to my children.
Toyota is the official automotive partner of the NFL, with a lineup that can't be beat. And with plenty of vehicles in stock, there's less waiting and more saving. So head into your Toyota dealer. We'll make a game plan just for you. Buy a Tundra now with 4.99% APR, or go with a Tacoma and get 3.99% APR. It's game on at Toyota, official partner of the NFL. Toyota, let's go places.
30 years ago, a historic ice storm knocked out power for 10 days. Trees fell across power lines and ice snapped utility poles. Our Delaware Electric Cooperative team worked around the clock to help those we serve. 3 decades later, we've applied the lessons we learned during the storm to make our grid stronger. Through the dedication of our employees, Co-op Power has never been more reliable. And while the weather is unpredictable, DEC's commitment to doing what's best for our members will never change.
Hey moms, you know those unforgettable face palms? Those moments that leave us both laughing and sighing. They're not just mishaps, there are shared stories. Share your unique mom moments with us. Go to coastlife.com/mom.
You sunk your teeth into me, sucker.
1025 WBOC.
Your RV and manufactured housing parts superstore is Brass Sales in Felton, the area's largest selection of parts and supplies for do-it-yourselfers. Brass Sales Warehouse is well stocked with plumbing supplies, including sinks, tubs, and showers, plus fittings, faucets, and repair items. Brass Sales has what you need in stock for your manufactured home, available for immediate pickup. In eastern Sussex County, shop Beach Mobile Home and RV Supply on Long Neck Road. Brass Sales, setting the standard since 1950.
The Today Show, weekdays at 7 on Coast TV.
We're going to be bracing for the possibility of some fog late tonight that could cause some problems on the roads, particularly as we go into tomorrow morning. Courtesy of our Dry Tech camera, we're right now holding at 50 degrees in Ocean City with the winds pushing out of the southeast at 13 miles per hour. Now we're going to hover in the low 40s for the rest of this evening with partly to mostly cloudy skies. Now we switch gears and take a look at how things are shaping up for us in Lewis, courtesy of our tunnel and razor camera. We're at 55 degrees there with the winds out of the southeast at 4 miles per hour. Dew point temperature of 48, so lots of moisture in the atmosphere right now. Temperatures falling from 55 down to 54 by 8 o'clock and then down to 52 degrees by 10 o'clock this evening. Right now, as we peruse the entire Delmarva Peninsula, we continue to stay mainly clear. A couple of little green dots here, that's actually just more like static on an old TV. Not a big deal and not a sign of significant precipitation. Now the green to the north, now that's real precipitation there. North of the stationary boundary, well, quasi-stationary boundary. That's actually kind of waffling its way more so towards the north, causing some problems with dense fog over in the southern New England states. And the only reason I bring that up is because that dense fog problem there is going to slide its way down towards us, even though we have zonal flow that's happening right now with our winds. You see, Thursday morning, we wake up to thick cloud cover and some sprinkles over in the northwest corner of the county. Hitting the spot showers throughout the day going into Thursday evening. Friday, same situation. We're just going to stay overly abundantly moist in the atmosphere without it necessarily turning directly over to rain. But look at how much warmer we are. We're at 52 degrees, for example, in Bethany Beach, 53 in Redden, 56 in Greenwood, and in Georgetown, 55 in Del Mar. But we are 14 to even, believe it or not, even in Cambridge, 18 degrees. Warmer than we were just 24 hours ago. So we are trending up in a major way, and we're going to continue to skyrocket. I mean, we had a high of 62 today, which is well above the 45, but didn't reach the record high of 73. But get this, We are looking for 70-degree weather pretty soon. You see, we have winds out of the southwest for Thursday with chances of rain. Widespread scattered showers for Thursday. Umbrella needed tomorrow. Umbrella needed for Friday as well. But we're going to stay very much on the warm side of things, well into the 60s. As we go into Saturday, the winds are going to change directions out of the north. That's going to be a bit of a game changer there, making it feel a little bit cooler by then. But as far as the amount of rain that we're talking about, I mean, as we go into, like, say, Friday, we anticipate maybe a half an inch of rain in some areas. That's primarily it. And even as you take a look at what's happening, well, the entire peninsula, between a quarter of an inch to a half an inch of rain should just about do it for everybody. 52 for tonight, almost warm for tonight, to be honest. 63 for tomorrow with widespread rain. 67 for Friday. We could get up to 70 on Friday. Can't rule that out, because if we get a smidgen more of sunshine, we'll clock a 70, okay? Here's a look at your extended forecast. Now, we will cool significantly by the time we go from Friday going into Saturday. But hey, Friday, we're going to reach for a 70. If not that, at least stay in the upper 60s.
Paul, thank you. The town of Bethany Beach will look at climate change, sea level rise, and coastal resilience. The town is calling that its blue economy. The town's Stormwater Committee and University of Delaware hosting a presentation called Blue Economy that will address those topics. It's happening tomorrow, 2 p.m. at Town Hall.
Delaware's bee colonies, not just buzzing with life, but they're also important for our state's agriculture. According to the Department of Agriculture, there are 7,200 colonies in the state. The department says these hard-working honeybees significantly bolster our fruit and vegetable production, representing over a $2 million industry. In an effort to maintain this thriving ecosystem, the state requires that each hive be registered annually by January 30th.
In 2024, Southern Delaware welcomes visitors with new attractions and experiences. Highlights include the pet-friendly Wolf Wall at the Holiday Inn Express in Rehoboth, Clear Space's 20th season, and unique exhibits at the Seaford Museum. Outdoor adventures also await at the Delaware Botanic Gardens and seal watching tours from Lewis. You can get some culinary delights at the new Chef's Table, also at Touch of Italy.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
What's going on, sports fans? It's Wrestling Wednesday on the Delmarva Sports Network, and we've got the top matchups of the night in the First State and the Free State. We start in Georgetown, Delaware, with top programs on the mats. The 6-0 Sussex Central Golden Knights with the #1 wrestler in the state in Malachi Stratton. They will take on the Milford Buccaneers at 7 p.m. The visitors are 7-2 and have won 6 straight matches. Also on the Delmarva Sports Network this evening, highlights of the 14-3 Ken Island Buccaneers as they visit the undefeated Parkside Rams. The Bucs have the #9 wrestler in the state at 175, Giuseppe Bellinger, and the Rams at 175 have Kanan Mapp, who placed 4th in the state a season ago. And Doc Rivers will be back in Philadelphia, not as the Sixers head coach. Doc Rivers is the new head man of the Milwaukee Bucks. After the team let go Adrian Griffin less than 48 hours ago, Doc Rivers will make his return to the Wells Fargo Center on February 25th when the Bucks come to Philadelphia. The Bucks are second in the standings, and the Sixers are a half a game behind them. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
Pohanka Ford wants you to get more in 2024. More features, more safety, and more savings on every new vehicle in stock, including Edge, Explorer, and Bronco. You'll find financing as low as 1.9% for 72 months on a new F-150 pickup. Or take over $5,000 off a new Ford Escape. Plus, Pohanka will give you $500 towards a down payment on a new vehicle. It's happening now. Our Get More in 2024 event at Pohanka Ford of Salisbury.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
If you're not sleeping well, Johnny Janosic is here to help. Purchase any mattress of $1699.95 or more and get a free pillow set, a free sheet set, and $400 off any Rise Home Power Base. Shop Johnny Janosic's Mattress World.
Have you bought a house in the last decade, but it's just not quite big enough? At Paul Davis, we can design and build you a brand new addition or remodel your whole home from start to finish. With over 50 years experience of building and restoring homes, we've made the process quick and easy while making it affordable. Call Paul Davis today and one of our design consultants can be at your home as soon as tomorrow to give you a free estimate for your new addition or whole home remodel. Or visit our new showroom in Salisbury, Maryland, 100 Marvel Road.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
If you're not sleeping well, Johnny Janasic is here to help. Purchase any mattress of $1699.95 or more and get a free pillow set, a free sheet set, and $400 off any Rise Home Power Base. Shop Johnny Janasic's Mattress World.
It's time to experience an extraordinary lineup of entertainment at the Ocean City Performing Arts Center. Enjoy performances by the Four Phantoms in concert on February 4th, Wheel of Fortune Live on February 29th, The Simon and Garfunkel Story March 18th, and The Price is Right Live on April 1st. The excitement is building, and now it's your turn to be a part of it. Secure your seats at ococean.com/pack and join us for the most amazing season yet. Don't miss out. Come experience the magic of live performances all in one place at the Ocean City Performing Arts Center. See you there.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
The 33rd annual Polar Bear Plunge in Rehoboth Beach makes a splash for a great cause. The beloved event benefits Special Olympics Delaware. Last year's plunge saw over 3,000 participants raise over $1 million. Along with Sunday's chili dip, festivities are a 5K, sculpting, and a chili tasting contest. That's the first Sunday in February.
I'm down with the chili taste, and I don't know about that plunge thing, but the chili, I'm with that. Courtesy of our Bay Health camera in Milford, we're looking at 57 degrees at this present time. Winds out of the southeast, and we're looking for temperature stay about 53 degrees, maybe bump up to 54 briefly, but then back down to 53 again, with partly to mostly cloudy skies. We're looking pretty clear right now throughout the entire Delmarva Peninsula. We have scattered showers to our north of the stationary boundary, but we're going to stay pretty quiet here and stay pretty pat and basically hold serve here with cloudy skies and a bit of drizzle and fog. Here's a look at the extended forecast. Now, we're going to change over from drizzle and fog to good old-fashioned rain all day long, a good portion of Thursday, but definitely all day Friday with a high near 67 degrees. This weekend, we cool off, but we dry off as well.
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, for more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.